All right, so tell me your name.
I'm Alexander Pierson, and I'm the Chief Engineer of WMLU 91.3.
All right, so what is your perception of WMLU?
Probably the best way I could describe my perception of WMLU is an organization that's not afraid to go against the grain of what you normally do in a college organization on campus. Most of them are kind of regimented and have their set ways that don't really allow a lot of freedom in what they get to do with the organization. We're kind of that weird combination of all the craziness that you could possibly imagine, that's still legal. The idea of being able to say, hey, I'm going to go have a radio show, I'm going to play what I want to play, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. And all the options are up to you for what you do with that show. That's probably one of the greatest freedoms I think I could have ever gotten in any organization on campus.
So why did you join WMLU?
A lot of my friends were joining, and I was like, what on earth are they getting themselves into? And I decided to show up for one of the meetings, and it was just this crazy fun fest of a lot of people who didn't really seem to care about, a lot of things that would make other people uptight. They were having fun, and they seemed to kind of, I've lost my train of thought. I don't know, it was partially because of that, and it was partially because of I wanted the chance to say, hey, yeah, I want to talk on air. I want to play my music. I want to show people what I'm capable of. I guess that's kind of a good way to describe it.
So what's your favorite part of WMLU?
Probably sitting on my show on, twice a week now, just sitting back with a couple of my friends and, shooting the breeze, talking about what we want to talk about and playing fun stuff on air. It's partially a hangout, and at the same time it's a chance to show the area, hey, this is what I have to offer. Enjoy yourself to what I'm bringing to the table. So I guess it feels like kind of a performance, but it doesn't have the same anxiety that performance typically has accompanying it.
Tell me about your show, and what are the other things that you do in the station?
Well, I've had actually 3 shows active that I really consider special. In the past, there was a show called The Afternoon Bourgeoisie. There's my 2 current shows, The Atomic Turntable and Automaton Radio. The Atomic Turntable is kind of a standard, here's rock and roll from anywhere from the 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, maybe a little bit of 2000s if I feel so inclined, but stuff people would consider classic rock, stuff people would consider almost classic rock from the 90s, and a lot of grunge and just crazy stuff that people consider alternative. And then my other show on same time but different day, both 10 to midnight, is Automaton Radio, where I play the best in any kind of electronic music, whether that's house or techno or industrial or any mix therein, or trance or electro swing or new jazz, you name it. If it's got an electronic beat to it, I'm willing to play it. And that one we have a lot of fun with. We tell a lot of trivia on both shows and kind of get people who are interested in these particular bands an idea of some of the other stuff that they've done that's maybe not so well known, and maybe some trivia about where they came from, how they got there, who influenced them, and who they influenced in turn. One of the special things we did on Automaton Radio was we went through a progression of what was popular in electronic music, starting with the 1980s and working our way all the way up to 2012. And the last show is kind of a little bit of a wild card. That's The Afternoon Bourgeoisie. That's kind of a project that's on hold at the moment, but it's effectively a radio play mixed with classical music. So we'll play some classical music, and then we'll have some characters in the guise of early 20th century or late 19th century archetypes of the big monopoly president or CEO, somebody who's in a lot of charge, like the oil barons or something like that, and make them caricatures, make them kind of crazy and over-the-top personalities, and have them comment on the music and have them enjoy their lives and tell them about the crazy stories that they've been, where they've been, where they came from, and have, shenanigans every day. it was a fun time. Hope that gets brought back someday.
All right. So, any other closing thoughts?
Yeah, I think probably the radio station is not only the highlight of my week, just coming in and either hanging out with somebody who's in here doing some work or doing my own show. The highlight of my week and the highlight of my time here at Longwood. I mean, I've had more fun on air or just even spending some time with people from the radio station or just hanging out, relaxing and talking with people about their days than I think I've had with any other campus organization. And I think my time here at Longwood wouldn't be nearly the same without it.
All right. Thank you very much.
No problem.